Hey, what's going on, everyone? I'm Anthony. I go by Equation. This is Seth, aka Darth Benoit.
What's going on, everybody?
Today is a special day because this is episode 1 of Squad Gaming's new video podcast titled Skwadcast. And today we're going to be talking about the brand new Batman movie, appropriately titled The Batman, which Seth and I just got done watching in a Dolby Digital theater, and we gotta say it was amazing. So we're gonna be talking about just the movie itself and giving a quick review. And we are, spoiler alert, going to be talking about spoilers. So if you have not seen the movie, we highly advise you close this video immediately, go buy a ticket, and go watch the movie and then come back. It flowed well. Story, characters, acting, music, cinematography. It's one of the best Batman films to ever release, honestly. I certainly enjoyed it. Although it was 3 hours long, like a good 3 hours, it was still enjoyable. And it did feel long, but I enjoyed it. I didn't want it to end, honestly. I wanted more.
Yeah, for me, it felt like a very fast 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like it felt very. There was no parts that dragged at all.
Yeah. I do like the atmosphere of the movie. It was definitely a dark take on the Batman universe. And it was definitely grounded, gritty. It had that noir feel. And I love the detective aspect, the crime solving aspect to the movie, that you see the Batman and Jim Gordon engage with trying to solve all these riddles. And it was just awesome. So what'd you think of the Batman? What'd you think of Robert Pattinson and the cast? What'd you think?
I thought Robert Pattinson did a very good job. He's a very good actor, even though he gets grief for Twilight. But
Good old Twilight.
Good old Twilight. He was very good in the movie as the Batman.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne, you know, there's very little Bruce Wayne. So
I agree.
and not the Bruce Wayne that we're used to seeing. But it's year two Batman, so he's fairly young.
Yeah.
But he was I thought he was very good in what he did, especially portraying the detective Batman.
Right.
The stoic, quiet, introspective Batman.
Yes. Robert Pattinson, I thought, was amazing as Batman. It's a hard role to take on, especially roles that have been done countless times. And I thought Robert made it his own. I do agree that there could have been more Bruce Wayne, but in the scenes with Bruce Wayne, it at least to me, it felt like we were still watching Batman, just without his cowl on, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like we did need a little bit more emotion and character from Robert when he portrayed Bruce Wayne. But when he's Batman, he's fucking Batman, dude. Like, very believable. He had that presence. You knew that Batman was in the room. And you kind of felt that whenever he walked into the room, that scene with all the cops, near the beginning with the crime scene, like everyone was looking at him, like you felt his presence, and it was awesome.
He was very ominous. His footsteps were just loud, and you knew something was coming.
Right.
Yeah.
What'd you think of Catwoman?
I liked Catwoman. I liked Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle. It was very good. I liked her background, how they kind of started her out and gave her like purpose in the story. Like she had motive and she had direction instead of just kind of just being there, being with Batman. She actually had story and depth to her character.
Agreed. Yeah, I really like Zoe Kravitz's performance. She had a great background story that I feel like audiences could relate to. That she was one of those characters that really made Batman feel human.
As being a Batman or Bruce Wayne being a rich kid that grew up in a giant mansion, it's not very relatable to the average person.
Right.
But Selena Kyle's character, who grew up as an orphan and had lots of struggles and death and all those issues, that's more relatable to people. And like you said, she bridges the average person to Bruce Wayne. It makes it more relatable.
And I love their chemistry together. I thought they played off each other well, and it was great to see. What'd you think about the villains?
Paul Dano as the Riddler was terrifying to me. He was very good in this role, and I knew it was going to be darker because Riddler. I'm thinking Jim Carrey. I know it's going to be a darker Riddler, but I'm just like, that first scene where he's just standing in the background and the kind of lights up and you see him, and I'm like, oh shit,
it's terrifying. I agree. I think he's a regular guy. He doesn't have superpowers. He doesn't have abilities. He's just one of those guys that can be out there right now today, if you're smart enough, and he is definitely intelligent in the way he plans his riddles and executes all the things he does. It's a great detective story. And seeing the chemistry between Batman and Jim Gordon solve these riddles and get to the bottom of what's going on in Gotham, it's very satisfying. What did you think of the Penguin, Colin Farrell's Penguin?
His Penguin was very Robert De Niro-esque, very definitely mob boss kind of.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, but he's more like lackey than actual dominant figure as a mobster, is what it felt like.
Yeah.
I don't. He didn't get a ton of. He got some screen time, but it wasn't a lot, and it wasn't really any kind of background to who he was. Just that he was just kind of a mobster, which I'm sure they'll build on later on.
I totally agree. I feel like he could have been a little bit more menacing, but Colin Farrell's a great actor. We all know that, and I think he played the role perfectly. HBO Max confirmed that, he's getting a spin-off show, and so is Jeffrey Wright's Jim Gordon, so I can't wait to see more of them. So hopefully we get to see that more menacing side of the Penguin. But yeah, I think Colin Farrell was great in the movie. The makeup was insanely good, and it was...
amazing.
Yeah, it looked like another person, honestly. You could sometimes tell someone has prosthetics on or they aged them, but this makeup it made him into the Penguin. It was really good.
If you didn't know it was Colin Farrell, you would have never guessed in 100 years that was Colin Farrell.
Right.
Ever.
Yeah. What do you think of the overall story of the movie?
I thought the story of the movie was good. Like you said, I like the detective aspect and the Batman and Jim Gordon trying to solve crimes. They've even got Alfred in there trying to decode the cipher and help with the situation, which Alfred also seemed more like a bodyguard than a butler in this movie, in this version of Batman.
I like that. I'm tired of seeing Alfred serving Bruce Wayne plates of food. This time he's actually helping him solve riddles and stuff.
Yeah.
Deciphering.
I like the idea of Alfred kind of like a sidekick.
Yeah.
More than just a secondary character that's in the background not doing anything.
Couldn't agree more. We don't need... Batman doesn't need Robin. We have Alfred, right? What do you think about that Batmobile?
Batman / Bruce Wayne had the best cars of any Batman movie between that old Mustang and his new Batmobile, which is like an American muscle car with a jet engine strapped to the back of it.
Yes.
Which seemed pretty indestructible.
So we watched this movie in a Dolby theater, and the whole theater was having an earthquake when that baby roared for the first time.
Yes.
It was amazing. And honestly, that was the most terrifying part of the movie for me, because I felt like I was gonna get hit. Like it looked like a final boss in a raid or something in a video game. Like that thing came out of nowhere, and it was awesome. But
yeah.
what else did you like about the movie?
I thought the action was really good. The fight scenes were like really believable. Like Batman is just a regular dude who gets in regular fights, and he doesn't just beat everybody up and not take any damage.
Right.
Although that bat suit takes hella damage between machine gun fire and everything else, and down is a double barrel shotgun to the chest.
Yeah.
Point blank range.
Yeah, he's definitely got red shields from Apex Legends. Because he took a lot of bullets and C4 to the face and came out alive.
Yeah, the C4 too, going across that church after it blew up. I was like, how's he alive?
Music too, man. You can't forget about the music. The theme, the repeating theme throughout the movie, it was great. Also, my cousin mentioned that if you paid a close attention, every time they played Ave Maria, someone was about to die. I don't know. I know you're going to watch the movie again next week. Pay attention to when they play Ave Maria. Someone is about to die. You'll see.
Yeah.
I know you're thinking about it.
I am thinking about it, because now I'm thinking about when Batman and Riddler in the interview room talking to each other, and he starts singing the song, and that's when the vans blow up.
Yeah.
And he floods the city.
Yeah. And the very beginning, before he did that creepy entrance.
Oh, that's right. That had that song playing at the very beginning of the movie. Yeah. And then he kills the mayor.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, the movie was overall, I'd give it a 9, just because I feel like Robert could have been a bit better with Bruce, and I felt like Penguin was kind of underwhelming, even though I did love, Colin Farrell's performance. Other than that, amazing movie. I'd give it a 9 out of 10.
And let's not forget the 15 seconds of the Joker.
Oh yeah,
that popped up.
Dude. ugly mofo, dude.
He looked rough.
Yeah, definitely rough.
Joker looked rough in his young days.
Yeah, he did. It was a little tease. We didn't get to see much of him, but you can definitely tell it is the Joker. It's actually confirmed by Matt Reeves, the director, that was indeed the Joker. So he does exist in this universe. Hopefully we get a sequel. What would you give it out of 10?
I would give it a 9 also out of 10. Yeah. If there was a little more Bruce Wayne, probably a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But definitely a 9 out of 10 for the acting, storyline, cinematography, everything was really, really good.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, it's a Batman movie, and we got a lot of Batman. And
a lot of Batman.
If you're a fan of Batman, you're going to be satisfied by this movie, for sure. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. There's not a lot of 3-hour movies that are rewatchable, and this is something you could watch again easily and catch probably things you didn't catch the first time.
Yeah, agreed. I want to watch it again right now. Let's go. All right,
let's go.
All right, sounds good. Tomorrow. All right, me too. All right, guys, we're going to go watch The Batman again. So thank you all for tuning in on episode 1 of the Skwadcast. I really appreciate you guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. We'll leave our Discord in the link below. Any last words, Seth?
Go see the movie. It's worth it.
Go see the movie.
Let us know what you think about it.
Let us know in the comments what you think. Did you enjoy it? What would you give it out of 10? Let us know. Comment. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Episode 1 complete. Catch you guys later. Squad up.
Squad up.
Peace.